Public transport in Germany is super weird. Let's compare.
What? But there were no ticket barriers.
It took me a while to realize that public transport in Germany was not, in fact, free. When I first moved here, I was pretty overwhelmed by the whole system. Do I take the underground, the subway, the tram, the bus, or even the ferry, or a combination of all of them? How does public transport in Germany actually work, and how important is it for daily life here? Well, let's find out.
Okay.
Germany is definitely more famous for its cars than its public transport. Mercedes, BMW, or Porsche are all globally popular German car brands. But the number of people using public transport here is rapidly increasing, especially in cities.
All right, let's jump in with a brief explanation about how the public transport system here actually works.
The metro.
We have a subway system,
Subway.
underground system, and trams and buses that drive on the street. They differ in speed and rail network.
The lack of ticket barriers here is confusing. It's a system of trust, but don't be a fool. Inspectors do occasionally walk around the trains to make sure that you've got a ticket. And
Yes.
€6 fine if you don't. So no.
Okay. I will tell you about the situation in Latvia. We have basically there's nobody checking when you enter bus or trolley bus, right? We don't have undergrounds. We have trains. Yes, buses and trolley buses. And usually there is this inspector, or sometimes they stop the bus together with policemen and they check if you have a ticket, if you don't have ticket. There was a lot of arguments between people who use public transport and the people who check the tickets. There was even situation when one guy in one of the districts in Riga pulled out a gun and said to the ticket controller, "I'm gonna shoot you," you know. So there's some crazy stuff happening over here. But overall, no, we don't have. Nobody's checking when you enter, but sometimes the controllers come in to check if you have a ticket. If you don't have, you're gonna get fined, and that's it. Like what, €20, €25, something like that.
Worth it. You can buy tickets through an app on your phone or in most stations around the city because there are ticket machines everywhere. It's different depending on which region you're traveling in Germany. Of course, it would be too easy for it to be the same everywhere.
Don't forget to stamp your ticket, otherwise it's not valid.
Okay.
There are different types of tickets depending on the zone, the number of people, and the stops you're traveling to.
For example, the short trip ticket, which is valid for 3 train stops,
Very interesting information.
Easy.
We have like a day's ticket. You can buy like literally. By the way, the cost of ticket in Riga, it's around €2, and if you buy in a bus. But if you buy on application, it's €20, something like that. And you can buy like a 90-minute pass, day pass, and just one ticket, like one ticket for one ride, you know. So not a lot of options. Yeah, but still, well, it is what it is.
Types of transport there are also varies. In Berlin, we're spoiled for choice. But if you're living in rural Germany, then you might only have access to one bus line a day. By the way, public transport was invented in the US around 200 years ago. So-called trams ran through New York, but they were driven by horses. The first electric tram was invented in Germany in 1881. At that time, there was already a subway system in London, which was a traditional steam locomotive.
That's interesting.
Most people I know in Berlin don't have a car because it's so easy to travel by train, tram, or bus. Plus, if you're driving, you often get stuck in traffic. There are never enough parking spaces, and let's be honest, it's not great for the environment.
Yeah, you can use bicycle, you know. Let me know in comment section, guys, how many of you use public transport and how many of you use cars. Because I prefer car, because you just jump in, you go, you're free, independent. You don't have to wait the bus. You don't have to wait the you're not dependent of the circumstances. You know, this is the main important thing. If I don't have a car, I just jump on my bicycle and I just go with bicycle because, as I said before, I love independence. You know.
Public transport is also the greenest way of moving along, besides your bike. Even buses are now being converted to electric. Emissions from the transportation sector have been growing over the past 30 years compared to other sectors, mainly by the usage of cars. Because of the climate crisis, attention is increasing and accessible transport solutions are emerging.
It's no excuse to use public transportation in Berlin. You can use it everywhere, every time.
This is Stefan Karsten, futurologist.
So how important is public transport for German culture then?
Well, first of all, we are a car nation, you know? And so public transportation is trying hard and is fighting with full extent to get more important. And
What's funny?
People
Why are you laughing? What's funny?
nowadays understand that public transportation is inclusive, it's social, and it's sustainable. The idea of the European city is to be around in public space, yeah, and not parking your private car here for 23 hours. The city is about sitting in cafes and restaurants and talk to each other, debate the great discourses of our times. And public transportation is the enabler for this.
So is that maybe what we can expect to see in the future?
Well,
then?
makes
This
sense.
kind of introduction of different types and modes of transport.
People are now trying to integrate new modes of transport into what is public transportation. If you take this scooter here, for example, this is part of public transportation today. This is something that is happening right now. I'm very optimistic about the future of public transportation because it gets more modern.
Okay,
Taxi also is a public transportation. Car sharing is a public transportation. And by the way, sometimes it's all very nice to take a car sharing, you know, and go to city center. From here, where I live in Riga in district, it's like 15 minutes and you're in city center, basically. This is the thing about Riga. It's a very small city and you can go everywhere with transport, except if you go from one end till another end, you know. And another thing is when you go like from one district to city center, usually it takes around 15 minutes to 20 minutes. So it's very comfortable here in Riga like that. Not a lot of traffic, I would say, in traffic. Usually rush hours are from 8 till 10 and from 5 till 7. And they last about 2 hours and everything is gone after 2 hours usually.
now you know the basics about public transport in Germany, let's take it up a notch. These words will help you navigate transport in Germany.
Okay.
Schienen-Ersatzverkehr, rail
Again.
replacement service.
No, I already heard what she said, so it's not
You'll
fair.
hear this pretty often in Germany,
Okay,
every
okay.
time a train is broken or is being replaced by buses. Öffi is
Office.
short for
Öffis.
öffentlicher Nahverkehr, local public transport. Kind of cute, right? Plus, it's much easier to say.
That was it? 2 words only?
Now it's time
Girl.
to meet the professionals,
Alexander
those who keep
Platz.
the whole bustling system moving.
I'm meeting Cinquetta Shirley Jones, who drives trains in Berlin, and she loves it.
Das erste Mal in den Tunnel reinfahren war eine ganz tolle Erfahrung in dieses Dunkle, überall ein paar Lichter, die Signale, die Geräusche von den Zügen. Also es ist schon ein tolles Gefühl, auf dem Bock dort zu sitzen und dann mit 70, sagen wir mal, ist bei uns die Höchstgeschwindigkeit, da durch den Tunnel zu fahren. Teilweise ist es schon sehr angenehm, es ist sehr toll.
Spaß.
Ja,
Aber gibt es auch dann Stress mit dem Job?
das Nervigste ist, wenn die Fahrgäste die Türen aufhalten. Also wenn es heißt, zurückbleiben bitte, heißt es auch, zurückbleiben
Yeah.
bitte, nicht nur einsteigen. Wir
You need
es ja nicht,
patience
um
for
die
that.
Fahrgäste zu ärgern, wenn jemand zum Beispiel angerannt kommt und sie schließen die Türen. Es geht darum, wir haben ja Fahrzeiten einzuhalten und wir fahren bis am Endbahnhof vielleicht auch mal auf die Toilette und das sind dann die Minuten, die uns dann fehlen.
Wartest du dann manchmal auf manche Gäste?
Es kommt immer darauf an, wir haben ja Fahrzeiten, also wenn ich pünktlich bin, warte
Yeah,
ich
that's
auch.
true.
Aber
have
in einem
timelines.
4-Minuten-Takt muss ich ehrlich sagen, meistens ist man nicht pünktlich und kann man leider nicht warten.
I would love to try out to be like a driver of this train, you know. What she said, that sounds pretty interesting, you know, like just going through a tunnel 70 kilometers per hour. Sounds pretty good, I would say.
There you have it, public transport in Germany. It certainly makes my life here in Berlin more convenient and more connected, and it's nice to see how it brings everyone else here together too. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
So guys, tell me please, what public transport do you take more? Do you take a bus, trolleybus, underground, subway? Maybe you're a bicycle person. Maybe you love your car. Let me know in the comment section, because I love car, I love independence and bicycle. What about, by the way, what about the bicycle culture in Berlin? I think she was in Berlin, yeah. In your city, what about bicycle culture? Is it popular overall, the bicycle movement in Germany right now? Because I guess I would guess yes, because it's common sense, you know. People leave their cars at home and they don't pollute the environment, and they just move, you know, around with bicycles. And the bicycles, it's easier to park. They don't take space in city centers, so in Riga, they have developed very good bicycle culture. I wouldn't say very good, but good. We have bicycle roads almost to every district, so it's kind of nice. I love the way they go here in Riga about the bicycles. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell for notification, join the community of savages by becoming a member. Yeah, and see you next reaction videos, guys. Bye.